Yay. Okay. Hold on. Let me close some of these or. Okay. Hi, Dustin. Hi, Jackie. Long time no see. Okay. So I wasn't sure. Hi, Steph. Hi, Alice down the rabbit hole. Hi, Ange and Keith. Hi, Keith. I wasn't sure when you were going on, so I waited for a while, and then I'm like, I'm going to just go, I think. Hi, Hexen. And I've been trying to get a hold of Dave because he usually goes live on Wednesday nights, and I didn't want to step on his toes, but Maddie didn't know if he was going live, and Dave didn't answer me back, so I'm like, okay, I think I'm just going to go on for a little while, and if anybody else cuts in and says they're ready to go live, then I'll just stop. All right. But I know Hexen wanted to, hi, Justin and Sherry Bug and anybody else I missed. Hexen, you wanted me to talk about connecting with crystal skulls, right? Fuck it, I'll go after. All right. Sounds good, Keith. Thank you. Who else? Who do we got? And I have like 3. Oh, there we go. I was going to say, I don't have water up here for some reason. Hi. Catherine's on. Hello. Hello. I see you. Okay. So I have to say yesterday was horrible. I can't imagine it was anything but food poisoning because I've never had anything that came on so quickly and then just kind of was okay. See, Dustin? Ugh. Hi, Anna. I was, in the bathroom like most of the day. And is there a witchy version of 31 Days of Tarot? There's not. That would be a great idea to do, though, huh? I did a New Year's Day spread. I don't know how to read it. If I could get help if I post it in the group. Absolutely. Sure. Absolutely. Yes, I'm so sorry, Dustin. Oh. Hi, Erica. So anyways, that was yesterday. I am better today. I still, after you get that, you kind of, I haven't eaten very much today, and I'm just kind of drinking water, and because you're like, do I feel better? Am I just a little iffy better, or am I really better? But I feel better. I just am a little gun shy, I think. Oh, two of my kids who don't live with me or together both have the stomach flu. Oh, yes. Just must have been the day for it. Hi, Stephen. Yes, I am better today. Better today. Thank goodness. I was saying, after you get a stomach bug like that, you just feel like gun shy for a couple days. Like I really didn't eat very much. I'm just eating like toast and stuff like that for a couple days. And Jack got food poisoning too. Oh, really? You weren't feeling good either, Erica? You're kind of iffy for a couple days after you're like, but I went back to work today and I feel better tonight. I can see now. I look a million times better. I'm so glad I didn't go on yesterday because I thought, oh no, I just can't. But so here we are. I know Hexen wanted to talk about how to connect with crystal skulls because I know now a lot of us have gotten, Hexen, I love your Etsy idea. There's not a lot in the thrift stores here in rural Ohio. Oh, yeah, right? I know. Hexen's talking about starting an Etsy shop where he can sell stuff for cheap that he finds at thrift stores that can be used in a witchy way. So how awesome would that be? I think that would be awesome. Okay, let me try to not squirrel out as much as I usually do. Once. Already 5 minutes in and my internet fails once. Okay. So Jen made me do it. Oh, what did I make you do? Yay. Is that a good Jen made me do it or a bad one? Hold on. Yes, that's a good idea. Hexen loved the halls for sure. Yes, yes, yes. Love the faces you make when the net goes down. I know. It's so frustrating to me to be like, oh, and there you go. And it's gone. Okay. Oh, the crystal scullies. Oh, yes. Okay. So, yes. So, because we talked about the crystal scullies, a lot of people got them. And I know I must have, because I have this week's in my bag here someplace. And so Hexen wanted to talk about how to connect to them. So there's several ways. I usually do, first of all, I get kind of excited now for her reaction when her internet poops the bed, right? So I do try to at least change up the face a little bit so you don't have the same face all the time. So I have this week's skulls, which was a funny week for the scullies this week because usually I have at least one big skull that steps forward as like the leader of the week. And this, so this is my, this is the bag that I keep my weekly stones in, which I change out every week which stones I carry with me. But I carry lots of snow stones with me. Hold on, I don't know if you can see it. So there's lots of them in there. And it's like a jewelry bag because it sucks up like that. And yes, I'm feeling so much better. Thank you. Thank you all for your thoughts and energy and all that because I'm feeling much better. I have my pentacle in there. There has to be a tutorial on how to make that bag, right? I know, I adore this bag. And I guess I took my little goddess thing out of there. I had a little goddess thing that I put in there, but it must be I needed to cleanse her. And then they're kind of gone for a couple weeks because I throw them in the cleansing bowl and I forget them. But I always carry at least one stone for each chakra. And then I throw in other stuff that calls out and says, hey, I need to be with you this week. So I'm trying to find what my root chakra stone in here would be. Oh, here we go. Here's a bloodstone. Really? Do I have only one root chakra stone for the whole week? Oh, no. Here we go. Kind of. Although this is an Andara crystal, which means it's more crown, but it's dark in color, which means it could be root. Yeah. I'm going to scroll out a whole lot. So I have a bloodstone with me today for root chakra. You guys don't want to see all these though. I usually have at least one piece of black moonstone on me. So how many do you pick weekly? So it's funny. I have probably 5 or 6 that are normally with me. I do switch them out probably once a month or something to cleanse them in between. And then I just make sure I have at least one for each chakra. So like, but it's funny. It just like when you buy skulls and all of a sudden you like have 3 skulls and you don't know why you have 3 of them. Suddenly my stone collection that goes with me to work starts getting more and more. So here's all the ones that are with me this week. And I don't know how that happens. I'm like, really? Oh, look, I have 2 black moonstones. I must have really needed black moonstones. And I have, do I have 2? A lot of times I find I have 2 pieces of blue fluorite because that's like my favorite stone. So I'm always like, oh, I definitely need some of that. So how do I choose them? It's a good question. To me, the stones call out to me. And I know that sounds loopy kind of. But I have found that I always have the stones that I need because I will stand in front of, I have a big bowl that has salt, rosemary, and lavender in it. That is what I call my healing bowl. So when I get home from work, normally, although, you know, I get home late and all that, but normally I take my bag and I throw it into my healing bowl. And then I know it cleanses the weeklies at night. On Monday morning, I do two things. Now Sunday night, let me just back up. Sunday night, I take out the skulls that have been with me all week, the council. If you follow me at all, you know I call them my council. At this point, I have 4 that go with me every week, usually. So on Sunday, on Friday, when I get home from work, the 4 council goes back to the cabinet where all my crystal skulls live. So here's the whole council, this week's council. It's funny because usually there's a big one and this week there wasn't. So I don't know why. That's just a weird thing. But on Friday, when I get home from work, they all go back into the cabinet so that they can converse because they have had a week away from the rest of them and they have learned things and they have experienced things that they need to talk about. So on Friday, they go back into the cabinet and so they have the weekend to discuss and figure out who's next and all that kind of stuff. And then the rest of my bag goes into the cleansing bowl. Once a month, I cleanse the cleansing bowl. I change out all the salt, rosemary, and lavender in the cleansing bowl. And then, so all these stones I have in the cleansing bowl. I have my big, I think I've showed you guys before. I have a big, huge gourd, dried out gourd that I have stones that do not interact well with the salt. Oh my goodness. Thank you, Gabriella. Yes, I promise I will. Give me a couple minutes. Thank you. And I will get there. Sorry. Let me finish what I'm doing though. Okay. So, cleansing bowl sounds so magical and probably it is. I love the bowl. I have to show you guys at some point. I love the bowl that I have it in. It's a glass bowl and it has a silver bottom. Like it's fluted at the bottom to hold it. So it's up a little bit and it's about this big. And I have my gourd is on top of the bowl because there are certain crystals that don't really interact well with the salt that it could break. Like selenite is not one that you really want to sit in salt for a long time. Hi, Maddie. Hey, Maddie, if Dave wants to go live at some point, please let me know and I will end mine. I'm going to try to make it not a very long one, but he didn't get back to me and I thought, if nobody's on, I'm going to go on real quick. So where am I? I'm scrolling out really bad today. I'm really sorry. Okay. Yes. So you want to keep the certain ones not right in the salt. So I keep them in a gourd that I set on top of the bowl so it doesn't have to sit in the salt, but it still gets cleansed. Hello. And all the people that have come in that I haven't seen, hello. So how do I pick them? So was it a thrifted find? Love the ideas. The gourd was actually given to me, but I have thrifted several gourds, but this one was huge. And so I really love to keep my crystals in there because it's natural and stuff. I love it. So every week I, take a look at the bag on Monday morning. I kind of open up the bag and I'm like, okay, what do we have in here? Is there anybody that is like, okay, I'm done. I don't really want to be there this week. And I can kind of sense that way. Okay, this one maybe doesn't want to be there. This one has been here for a long time and I haven't really paid a lot of attention to it. So it's pissed off at me. This one, I'm not feeling the energy today. Who's crying? What? What, Maddie? What? What did I miss? I'm sorry. I totally missed something. Yes, dried out gourds are like awesome because they're like little bowls and they're totally natural. So they're not bad for crystals at all. It's a good way to keep them, you know, together. I like it. And I use a lot of wooden bowls too. So anyways, so then I bet you I have 50 or 60 tumbled stones for a month. And they're all in there together. And then I pick out whichever ones I'm like, okay, you want to go, you want to go, you want to go. Oh, I need some of that energy this week. Oh, yes, I feel that energy. Hold on, almost home. Oh, drive. Don't you text and drive, mister. I'll beat you up. You know better. Then I'll add them to them. Once the month is over and it's time to cleanse the salt, I'll love at a stoplight. Stop it. Stop it, Maddie. If you are driving, you cannot be messaging. Cut it out. No more. You just drive home. I'll come and get you. So once it's time to cleanse them for the month, I put them all back in their jars. All of them. All of them go back into their jars. And I know, I can't believe he's doing that. I'm going to have to beat him up. All of them go back into their jars. And I start over. And then I'm like, okay, I am feeling so much better. Thank you, Pamela. I start out again with the chakra stones. So I'm like, okay, I need at least 3 or 4 from each chakra for the month because I want a couple different to choose from. And then what else do I feel? Is there something out there that I'm like, okay, I have to have this? There's a couple stones that I usually have to have on me all the time. Black moonstone for some reason, blue fluorite for some reason. That's right. I will beat the sense into you if I have to. Blue fluorite, I usually have to have. Mookite usually is one that I have to have. Is there any others that I'm like, oh, yes. I really like chrysocolla, so I usually have chrysocolla in there. It's funny. A lot of my must-have stones are blue. So it's funny that it must be because I talk a lot. Hi, Shamara. Welcome. That's all right. So a lot of my must-haves are blue. Must be because I talk a lot. I need a lot of throat chakra help. And that's not just here. I talk a lot at my job too. And then I go over to I'm feeling so much better, Jack. Are you feeling better? I heard that you had the same kind of deal that I did. I had food poisoning, I think. So I heard that you might have had that too. I'm so sorry. I am feeling much better today, although I'm careful still. So Scully. So then I go over to my entire council. My entire council lives together on the shelf all the time. Monday morning, I go over and I'm like, okay. I meditate for a minute and I look at them and I'm like, who's it going to be? Because usually they've already chosen and usually I can tell. Usually they're like, oh, I get to go. And once in a while, there's a little infighting and they figure out which way. You guys have to figure it out and let me know. I will tell you that the leader is Gaius, and he makes the final decision for the most part. Although the skull that I recently got, which is the titanium aura, he's like vying really hardcore to step up into a leadership role, and they're not getting along very well. So I may have to separate them somewhat. I'm not sure. Jen, show a black moonstone. Oh, yes, absolutely. I love my black moonstones. Black moonstone's energy is a little more subtle than white moonstone. Yeah, you timed out Jack. You don't have to time out Jack. So, of course, it's going to be hard to see. Hold on. There, hopefully that'll do it. It's still got that chatoyance. There you go. Still has that chatoyance to it, but it's a darker energy. And for me, it is so much better than, better is the wrong word. It's all relative. I like the energy better than Rainbow Moonstone though. Rainbow Moonstone to me is very in your face, and Black Moonstone I think is just a little bit more subtle. And it's, to me, it's like that. When I see healing energy, I see green healing energy. When I see open third eye stuff, it's always a bright, brilliant gray light. It's not a white light, never white light, because that's not how I see things. I think I need things a little bit muted for me for some reason. But I love the energy of the Black Moonstone for sure. Okay, what else? The throat chakra. I can't get by without amethyst. See, some people have certain stones that they absolutely. All right. Thank you, Jen. They called me too. Moonstone is home. Like, to me, all of them, I always bring some with me. I do too. I love the, what do they call them? The coffee colored ones. The cream colored ones. I love my green ones. I have some, I got a whole shipment once of green moonstone, which is very rare. So I kind of give them out a little bit at a time. They're pretty little, but I love my green moonstone. You've never worked with Black Moonstone? I love it. I think I got him with some weird guy writing in another language. Oh, yes, yes, yes. How often do you charge your crystals? Do you need to charge them every day? Okay. I do not charge them every day. I do not even charge them every month. Because two things. One is, and it depends on how you charge them. Green moonstone, yes, it does exist. And I don't think I have a piece with me this week, which is weird because usually I do. But I will try to remember to go down at the end and grab one or two. So I charge them. I really like to moon charge my stones. Cleansing, I do every day. I throw them in my cleansing bowl. I clean the cleansing bowl out every month. And usually once a month, every other month, I do like some sound cleansing, and I do some sage. I do a lot of sage anyways, so that helps to keep them cleansed. I charge them either with, yes, Gabriella, yes, yes, yes. I won't. The fact that she gave anything to me means I promise you I will get to a reading. It was about $250 because of the exchange, but it's not about the cost. It's about that you thought enough to give. So I really do appreciate it. As a matter of fact, why don't I get your reading out of the way? But in the future, Gabriella, is that your name, Gabriella? Where are you? Yes, Gabriella. Let me see. Are you still here, sweetheart? Gabriella. Kanta. I want to know about my love of my life. Will I meet someone or have met yet? Any signal clue? Gabriella, are you still here? Hold on, let me look. Oh, yeah, she is. Hello. She is. There you is. Okay. I just want to make sure you were still here. I didn't want to do a reading for you if you weren't here. Let me just do a real quick reading, guys. In the future, though, make sure that I'm doing readings because this is not actually a reading kind of day. We're talking about other stuff today, but I will do your reading because you thought to throw me a couple bucks, which I really appreciate. Always. And you want a love reading, right? Maddie, are you texting and driving again? Oh, he's in the driveway. Okay. You're allowed then. I won't beat you up if you're in the driveway. Okay. Gabriella, if you would just Yes, I promise I will finish the charging of the crystals after the reading. I'm sorry, Carmen, I know. All right. Now, if you would, just open up your mind for me and add your energies to these cards and think of your question in your mind so that these cards are getting that question for me, okay? Okay, and I'm just going to do a basic 3-card love reading here. What came up is all right, why are my cards trying to tip over? Okay, so what came up is this. Let me get my glasses on. How bad is this? Oh, you're there. Okay, here we go. So the first card that came up is the 4 of Cups. The 4 of Cups is a card that says you need to really be ready for a relationship to come in. Sometimes we feel like, I'm good to go. I'm ready for a relationship to come. But there's inner work that we have to do, some contemplation, some thought process that needs to occur for that love energy, for that person to be on the lookout for you. And in order to get ready for that, meditate, really maybe write a list of what kind of girlfriend you want to be. This deck, I am using the Stretch Tarot deck. Maybe think of what kind of partner you want to be. And maybe there's something that you can do to get yourself closer to that. So either meditation or sometimes it is, I hate to say like professional help, but sometimes therapy. People, I do therapy. Therapy is not a bad thing, but something to get yourself in line with what you want to be as a partner in order to signal to the universe that you're ready for this relationship, that everything is good to go. Okay. So that's the first part of this. Nope, not going to get another Jen made me do it deck. Okay. So then we have the Knight of Cups, which is, this is a really great card to have for a love reading, because this means that there is some kind of message out there emotionally. Cups is the emotional suit. There is some kind of message out there waiting to meet you to give you that message. So in this kind of a reading, to me, that says someone is out there looking for you specifically. They may not know who you are yet. They may not know, have been introduced to your energies, but there is someone there. So that first part was contemplation. So if you get yourself in the space and time that you want to be in for this relationship, it's not too long before someone is there saying, yes, I have been looking for your energies. I have been searching for your energies. Okay. And the final card that we chose was the World. The World card, also a great card to get in a love reading. The World card is going to tell us that we can have it all, that there is an abundance of people out there for you, that perhaps because this work still needs to be done or needed to be at least put in line with what you want, that those people who could have been out there have not cued into your energy yet because you weren't right for that energy yet. You have to make yourself right for the world. Your work needs to be done. And then all of a sudden, once your work is done, once you look at the person that you want to be for a relationship, and when I say that, that means for you. You know, we talk about, I want to be this kind of person for my husband. I want to be this kind of person for my son. And if you're not in a relationship yet, even better so, because you're really doing that work internally for you. And you are able to then step out and say, hey, I got everything that I need. I figured out my own shit. And now I'm ready. And as soon as that happens, the world card says, yeah, you are ready. You are ready, and the opportunities are going to start flowing. As soon as, because this card is first, yes, I'm in top chat too. I hate that, Stephen. Thank you. I am too. And you're right. I wish they wouldn't make that the default. I do that all the time. As soon as you do the work to get yourself in the space that you need to be, you've got opportunities knocking all over the place. They're waiting for that energy to come out. So it is definitely on the horizon for you. And it is definitely something that you should be able to step into. Once you find your truth here, they're all waiting. And it won't be a whole long time. They're kind of waiting in the wings. So you got it. Just do the work that you want to do on you to be in the space that you want to be in. Okay? I hope that helps, honey. Hopefully that resonated with you and gave you the answers that you needed. Okay. Now, let me quickly go back to charging and cleansing. So I see charging and cleansing stones as two different things. Cleansing has been, for me, smudging, salt, water, if they can take water. Sometimes I've taken a little, what do I want to say, a little linen bag out to the stream out back and drug them through the water. Stretch tarot. It is stretch tarot, and it is a gorgeous deck. And I love this deck. I use this deck a lot for my paid readings. And for my, hello, Cassie, for my client readings. And I actually I have it with me today because I did some Wheel of the Year readings for people at work today. So I just happen to have it on me. It is a great, isn't Black Moonstone similar to Labradorite? Yes, it is very similar. Black Moonstone and White Moonstone, Rainbow Moonstone, and what else has that? Anything that has, almost anything that has that chatoyance. Now, chatoyance means that reflective property in the stone that makes you go, ooh, what's in there? You know, when you turn it a certain way and you see that reflective surface, that is all because of the mica that's in there. There's a mineral that is in all of those stones, pretty much. I think there's maybe one that doesn't have that in there. But mostly in all of those stones that they are very similar to each other. There's just one or two minerals that are a little different in each. But most of them have the same quality, mineral quality that cause that reflective surface. Cleansing to me is getting rid of the energies that were, the deck was, yes, stretch tarot, stretch. Cleansing to me is getting rid of any energies that it had already. And then charging is recharging it with whatever energy you want it to have. And I do that. So cleansing, I do smudge, I do sound, I do salt, I do water sometimes with certain stones, only in the summertime and springtime and nice weather. I do, What else? I've buried stones before. I bought a stone that was a pendant, like had a hole through it and was a pendant that had some very nasty energy attached to it that I smudged, that I salted, that I all kinds of stuff and couldn't get rid of it. Instead, I just buried it for a month and I left it in the ground for a month. And guess what? Mama Gaia took care of that. Definitely took care of that. So you can do that too. Hi, Bosede, how are you? To recharge the stone, I use the moon. I love charging in full moonlight. I probably only charge each of my stones once a year in the moon, though. I'll be honest with you, because I have so many. I never take them all out at once because it would take me a week and a half to bring them all out. As it is, I have these great big flat baskets that I put as many in as I can, and I kind of rotate around which stones I bring out. Got stolen by a pack rat. Oh no. Yeah, because we have a great yard, I have, trees that I can put it under, and I always put a little flag up there so I know. Yes, exactly. And that's all it took. I left it there for a month because I was like, all right, you want to keep that energy in there? It's not going to happen. So I rotate out maybe twice a year. It depends on some of my larger crystals I bring out maybe twice a year to bathe in the full moonlight. I do selenite charging plates. I have selenite charging plates. Yep. Exactly. Right on cue, Ange. You and I, again, we're right there. Sometimes I think you're my second brain. I love selenite to charge. Now, there's specific things that you can do. Like I was saying, with this full moon that's coming up in January, it is a full, what is it? A full moon is it a super moon? It's a whole bunch of things, and there's going to be a lunar eclipse. So I will be bringing out my selenite charging plate, my big selenite crystal ball, even though it's cracked in half, it still works. It's a warrior. Wolf moon, yes, it is a wolf moon. It's a full wolf moon, and it is a complete lunar eclipse at the same time. I will be bringing them out it's a lunar eclipse. To charge them and put the intention of that full moon and the lunar eclipse with it, because I happen to be okay with eclipses. Some people, it depends on how the eclipse does your energy. And that energy I will not take out of there for probably a good 6 months, because then I can use them to charge with a lunar charge whenever I want. Hexen, lunar eclipses are great for charging your skulls if you are affected in a way that you like for lunar eclipses. You have to know ahead of time, though. I will tell you that I'm great with lunar eclipses. I feel that energy and I feel it begin to wane, and then it's almost like I love the feeling because it's almost like a hidden energy, and it just changes it. It doesn't go away for me. However, I will tell you, for solar eclipses, nope, I will not charge anything. And I do charge some stones that are able to be out in the sun, under the sun, but I will not ever charge anything for me personally with a solar eclipse, because my energy totally loses its mind. I don't know why. That's just how I felt drugged. The last, how we just had that big, huge solar eclipse event thing, I almost felt drugged. It was, I lost all amounts of energy. I didn't feel well. I didn't get a migraine. I just, I can't even describe it. I just lost. I felt like shit. Everybody was like, oh, I'm so excited for that. I'm like, what the hell is going on? So for me, I did not like that energy. That was solar, though. Some people, that happens to, though, during lunar eclipses. You have to know. How do you know? Do you just pay attention to when you have, see, I'm calm for lunar eclipses too. Me too, Axon. So I'm great with the lunar ones. I'm fine. It depends on how it affects you, though. So if the lunar eclipse affects you in a way that you do not like, don't charge your crystals with that energy, because that's what you're charging it with. Lunar eclipses gives me a peace, gives me a workable energy. Me too, Ange. Solar eclipses, yes, almost comatose. Exactly, me too. I felt like I was having a stroke when we had that solar eclipse. Literally, I was like, I can't even, and I was at work, and I kept thinking, oh my God, when is the sun coming back? Because I don't know what this is, but I can't do this. I'm a moon girl for sure. Pisces born during a full moon. Perfect. I get headaches and anxiety during solar. Something weird happens to me during a solar eclipse. So you have to know that ahead of time. If you know how you react to a lunar eclipse and you're good with that and you like that energy, absolutely you can charge your crystals. If you don't like that energy or you don't know, I would just see how your energy works with the lunar eclipse before you try to charge a crystal in it. Just because then you're stuck with that energy for a while. For cleansing skulls, our spiritual baths, okay, absolutely. Absolutely. So for scullies, dizzy and sick, me too, Jim. I'm right with you. I was dizzy and sick. Me too, me too. For scullies, this is what I do. When I get a new crystal skull, no problem. Oh, why are my tarot cards flying off the table today? When I get a new crystal skull, now this is Murphy. He's one of my originals. I think he was one of the first 4 I got. Murphy is a rainbow quartz, and his energy, he's hilarious. He's very bright and shiny. He makes me laugh, and we'll pay more attention, right? I don't know. He's very sarcastic kind of, and happy-go-lucky and stuff. So when I acquired him, I do a number of things. The first thing is to cleanse it. I cleanse it in a spiritual bath. So I use for my spiritual bath, for my skulls, for the skulls that I can actually put in liquid. Not all skulls can you actually put in that liquid. And I will tell you how to do it if they are like that. But look it up. You can look up if you should not drink. That's what you look up, really. If you infusions, crystal infusions, and there's lists all over the place of toxic. It either gets toxic water, or like with selenite, it breaks down. Supposedly, it does break down a little. I'm not, but I laugh because I have used the same stick of selenite for like at least 3 years, and now my selenite oil, which the same one. Anyways, Cancer, sun, born on a new moon. My moon is my friend and mother. Yes, me too. Me too. So my crystal scullies bath, how do you give your scullies a spiritual bath? Do you just plop them in to a bowl of water or drizzle water on them? Okay, so here's what I do. If they can take the water, which you will have looked up and seen or called me up and asked, I put together water, salt. I do rosemary. I have my spiritual bath is in my specific herbal grimoire, and I just gave you the recipe, didn't I, Maddie? What the hell did I say? Mugwort? Yes, I think mugwort, rosemary, salt, water, distilled water. I use distilled water all the time. Our water has fluoride in it, and I don't want to dip my skulls in fluoride. Or you have to be careful with bottled water. Some bottled water, lavender. Yep, sometimes I put lavender in there. Absolutely. Stuff that you feel like that changes, cleanses. And I do both. I have a bowl that I use specifically for them. I put it in there, and then I just take a little bit and pour it over them. And when I'm doing that, I'm thinking, I'm now putting in this intention of, I'm cleansing you of all previous energies that you have ever had in you before. I am wiping clean your energy and making you brand new, just for me. Now it's cleansed. Dry it off. Now you want to charge it and consecrate it to your work. Yes, you can bathe them together. Absolutely. The bathing part you can absolutely do together. Would you post the spiritual bath recipe? Yes, I can do that for sure. Yes. And remind me, because you know me, guys, just put it, just post it or something if I forget. Now you want to consecrate your new crystal skull. You want to consecrate it and welcome him into the family and say, this is what I expect from you. And this is, I want to welcome you and give you the intention of working with me. So then at this point, I have a spiritual oil, a consecration oil that is, for me, it's grapeseed oil. Oh, this is where I have mugwort. I don't think the bath, I don't think has mugwort in it. Grapeseed oil, mugwort, thyme, rosemary, and then it depends on the skull. Sometimes salt, yes, salt, and yes, and rue, you can use rue. I'll give you a list of ones that would work. It's usually psychic. Did I freeze? I don't think so. I hope I didn't freeze because it didn't show it on here, damn it. I'm so confused. No, okay. Usually you will feel that rue because you didn't have lemon balm. Yes, you had lemongrass, not lemon balm. And you didn't have thyme. That's what it. Did you use dried or fresh rosemary? I brought dried ones and they don't work well. Really? Well, because I live in the Northeast, I have a really hard time growing rosemary all season because even if I try to grow it in the house, my cat like destroys it. My cat, anything that I'm trying to grow inside, she eats and flips it out all over the place and needs to kill it. So I can only grow my herbs outside, which means for us in New York, it's only about 3 months out of the year, 4 months, maybe if we're lucky. And so I use dried rosemary all the time. But when you're using it in an infusion of stuff, it works pretty well. And I find when you're drying your herbs, if you dry them in as big a clump as you can dry them in, when you use them, you grind them up, it releases that scent again. So that then it smells like rosemary. It smells like, because you're releasing them in there. Cat's furry balls of death and destruction. Exactly. I cannot grow shit in my house because I'm telling you, I brought back these gorgeous trees that my uncle who died like left to me. And I felt so bad because they like killed them all over the place. Okay. How did you learn about crystal skulls? Do you recommend a book? Yes. Damn it. It must be downstairs already. I've begun to clean stuff up. There is a book called, hold on, let me get on my Goodreads. Yes, I do. I have a video about them specifically, and I'm pretty sure I showed the book that I read on that video. I think. Hang on 1 second. Because I think I tried to look this up for somebody and don't think I had listed this book on my Goodreads for some reason. And you put it in the Facebook group. Oh, good. Thank you. It's something like, shit. It is something, I can't remember to save my life. I had a cat tear up a barrel cactus, just kept punching even though he heard it. Unbelievable, right? Let me see. Hopefully. Yeah, it's still not in here. Gosh darn it. Yes. The dried herbs, they release really well if you break them up right as you're using them. Hello, Germany. Welcome. Okay, so where am I? Okay, so you're consecrating. So there's a number of ways you can do this. Sometimes I feel like I need to actually call a circle and do an actual ritual with a circle. Sometimes it's a little bit more informal. It depends on the skull that you're working with. Hi. Oh, Ashley, you've been here. I'm like, hi, Ashley. Wait, did I say hi to you already? Yes, you're saying hello to them. I got it. I'll get there. Yes, I'm in New York, JS99. So I have my anointing ritual, my anointing oil, and I am doing a consecration. I am saying to this skull, as I'm anointing, I am specifically saying, welcome to our family. We have a family of crystal guardians. Hey, Jen, are we talking about dried herbs? We are talking about scullies right now, but there's some herb talk with it because we use herbs to consecrate and cleanse. There you go. Perfect. I learned from Jen and asked questions. Yep. Researched a number of meanings. Absolutely. So I am saying I'm consecrating this scully, and I'm saying, as I'm doing that, I am saying, welcome. Yes, but you have a family with you, Ashley. Even if you only have one skull, you are a family with that skull. You are your own council together because you intend on passing information back and forth with this skull. So even if it's just one. So you're saying, welcome to the family. You are also saying, I ask my guides and guardians and your guides and guardians to connect together. I expect us to work together. I expect us to communicate back and forth for both of our greater good. Thank you for being in my family. Welcome home. And is there anything you need to let me know right away? And then you just kind of stop, open yourself up, and I've had skulls that gave me all kinds of information at that point. I have had skulls that went, I'm not ready to talk yet at all. I'm not giving you my name, not ready to talk, nothing. And that's okay. Either way is okay. But you know at that point, yes, thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes, there is. You rock, Ange. You rock. I love it. I have right in the middle of a sentence, wasn't I? I'm so squirrely today. I'm sorry, guys. I've had skulls that didn't say anything. Damn it. But at that point, so really you are welcoming them home. You are telling them what your intention is for them. You are consecrating them to say, yes, you are connecting to my guides and you are connecting to your guides, and your guides and my guides should all connect. And we are putting that energy out into the universe and saying we want it to be for everyone's greater good. They won't talk. I have a couple that I've had for 2 years, Brad, that won't talk. So don't worry. What I have found out, though, it's funny now, getting several, that's one of the advantages to having several. Because once you get a leader or one of them that will talk a lot, do they always give you information directly? No, I was just going to say, I find that I carry them around or have them in the room and then suddenly get ideas and insights. Absolutely. And I also, Jen, so my scullies are on a shelf together. Should I place them in a circle like I had before to get to know each other? Yes. All of mine are not necessarily in a circle, but I keep them in a semicircle. So they should be able to at least see each other for the most part. Or if you can put them in a circle, awesome. Do you feel they are protective, or is it more about the information? Both. Absolutely both. And I have some that don't talk to me hardly at all. And I was meaning that's where you were in your sentence. Oh, thanks, Brad. Yes, at least somewhat facing each other. I have some that don't talk to me at all, but will talk to the leader of my group, Gaius. And then Gaius will suddenly unload a whole bunch of information. Like I meditate with Gaius probably more than anyone because some of them will only talk to him or each other. And then Gaius kind of gets the information and passes it back to me. I have one that I swear I pissed him off as soon as I got him. He seemed okay. And then I dropped him. And then I felt like, good night, Bossede. I felt like he was mad at me and he's still mad at me. And I have like put him on the special little thing and I have cleansed him all over again. And he's like, fuck you, lady. You dropped me. I swear. But he will pass information though to Gaius and then I can get information that way. Most of mine have sat with one or more of the original ancient crystal skulls. So, which we talked about a little bit before, right? People believe there are 13 ancient crystal skulls. They have found 8 or 9, I think. I wish I could take that deep breath, Jen. And just took and apply it to myself. I'm having difficulty deep breathing, worse today than yesterday. Ooh, I'm sorry, honey. I'm so happy I got one. It makes my space feel so much better. Perfect. Mine get a bitch fest night once a week to plot my death and shoot the shit. There you go. Absolutely. And I have a few that are like, yeah, I don't want to talk to you. I have a couple that are like, they're like snotty. They're snooty. They think they're above everyone. So they're like, yeah, I'm not talking to a human. I don't think so. So I get nothing. I don't know their names. I probably will never know their names. Nothing like that, but they will talk to each other. So I will get their information from Gaius. Does that answer your question on basically, Hexen? I think that's on a basic level. And then I put them together and I make sure when I get a new one, I make sure they at least have 3 or 4 days. It would be better if they had a week together before you separate any of them out. So because they need a week to get to know each other, they need some time to learn how to communicate with each other. They need talk time together. And then, so now mine have been together for a long time. When I get a new one, like I just got that titanium one and I did not take him for over a week. I think it was 2 weeks before I took him as one of my weekly counsel. How do you feel about animal crystal skulls? Same type of info. Will they talk to the human crystal skulls? Very good question, Sherry. The dragon ones, their energy is very different. Their energy is, to me, it's mostly protective. One of my dragons definitely talks to the other, like human kind of crystal skulls. The other one is I don't get words from him as much as I get that protective energy of wherever I go, he's like, I feel like he's around sometimes to the point where I'm like, okay, I'm all right. Relax. I have to get close to people for a living. You need to back off a little. But I don't get like words from them very much. Sometimes, so it depends on the skull. Sometimes you do, sometimes you don't. The alien ones, I get complete thoughts. And I don't know if because it's an alien form, they're not speaking my language, so I'm not getting that. Or if they just are more advanced, like the guardians that chose those are more advanced. I'm not really sure. I just know that I have 2 aliens and both of them, I get like a complete thought process. I don't get words like I'm chatting with my regular human skulls. I get like, here you go. Here's the complete thought. Unicorn ones, I don't know. I don't have one of those. I do not have a unicorn one yet. And I will tell you, I do have other animals though. I have a bunch of animals. I have like elephants, I have dolphins, I have, but to me, I don't get the same thing from them. I do not feel like there's an entity that has decided to be in that stone. But I'm not saying it can't happen. I'm just saying mine, I don't get that from. Now I do know, maybe it depends on how it was made, because I know several people who have the raven crystal skulls, and I have felt entities from theirs. So I do know maybe it depends on how they were made or something, because the animals that I have are more like totem animals, or they are, the alabaster or the onyx, and they're more like totem animals. I'm convinced I have dragon energy in one of my human crystal skulls. Yes, absolutely possible. Absolutely. When I meditated with him, his name comes up as Valu, and he screams dragon energy. Absolutely, and for sure. For sure, for sure. How do you pick a leader? Hexen, I did not pick a leader. They really did. It was very clear to me, and it took a while. I think I had Gaius for about a month and a half. And everybody was like, every time I meditated in front of them. So I will meditate with the whole crew once in a while. I don't do it very often because it's a lot of energy. But if I do it by candlelight and I make sure I hold the grounding stone and stuff, it's okay. I can get through it, but it is a lot of energy coming at you. And all of, like, I kind of started noticing that I would be meditating and all of them were directing their thoughts and energies to him. And I'm like, oh, so you're leading now? Is that? And he's like, yep, that I knew right away. This was okay. You're a leader. Gotcha. For sure. What is the name of your preferred crystal skull dealer? We have her in the, Jerome, you sweet, sweet darling. I'm so happy that you've chosen to waste, for some reason, your time and energy to watch my information. May you get so much from it. Love my trolls. My preferred crystal skull dealer, yes, is in the Facebook group under files. And it says, I think it's called like Jen's Preferred Witchy Dealers or something like that. And her name is Sherry, and she is the owner of Synergy, which is one of the ancient crystal skulls. And she has an Etsy page, and I bet you 80 to 90% of my crystal skulls came from Sherry. The others I have gotten in person at gem shows and stuff like that. So I was able to connect with their energies in person, because with Sherry's, I know, first of all, that their original, they're stones that are actually stone. And I know that they have had all of her stones, all of her crystal skulls that she sells, have sat and meditated with Synergy. So I know that all of those skulls that I'm getting from her have that ancient knowledge that I want to make sure I get. The eBay user is, yes, as Cherry. As I always want to say as Cherry for some reason, but as AZ Sherry, SHERRY. Why is that so hard to say? The Raven might be special because of their association with gathering information with Odin. Yes, Hugnin, and yes, that's so true, Sarana. I didn't even think of that, for sure. Yes, there is a leader for sure, definitely. Yes, she is awesome. She is absolutely awesome. I will probably be on Etsy too after this. Yep. Perfect. Did you find your dealer? I did not of the, yeah, I'm wondering if they're not doing it anymore, which really bugs me because I got such great deals. Actually, I have a friend of mine who lives in India, and I thought I might ask him because you can get stones a lot cheaper there, and I might ask him to see what he can get for us and the cabochons. You know, you have poop energy when you talk shit. Guess what? You have poop energy, Jerome. That's right. Can you send me the information onto my Instagram on the crystal skulls? Yes, Justin, I will do that. Send me a message on Instagram to remind me, though, because my brain is a little bit off sometimes. I'm on her eBay now, and what'd you say? Damn it, I missed it. And I see some awesome animal crystals, and now I'm dying. See, I know it. She's awesome. My wallet is in fear for sure. I'm telling you, her crystal skulls, I just absolutely adore. Wow, Jerome or JS99 is going to keep trying, huh? My scullies have been coming to me like crazy. That is awesome. All of us are shoplink enablers. I know, right? Jen is the witchy stuff dealer. I know. This is where I get the stuff. What's up? You don't find her on Etsy. She's on eBay, honey. eBay. Yes, Sherry is on eBay. Okay. So is that it? I know. What else was I? Oh, the tarot year of the. Did you all figure out your tarot card of the year? My fiance is into dragons, and like 6 of them expressed interest in him. There you go. And I'm telling you, I love the dragon energy. The one I love him still, but he is very highly protective, and I have to be careful when I bring him with me in the council that they are he's like right up in my shit. And I've had patients, this sounds so funny, you guys, I know, but I've had patients like almost back away from me. And I thought, oh shit, you know what? I have that one dragon with me. And sometimes his energy just overwhelms people and really backs them up. And if you talk with me on here before, you know that I'm a pretty personable person. Well, I'm like that when I'm doing my mammograms too. I put most everyone at ease. I, talk to them in a way that they're okay. I tell them what I'm doing. I explain what I'm doing and stuff. I don't have people back away from me like that. So I have to be careful. There are a couple ways to do it. And I was doing some math. I think I'll pull 2 a shadow, and card of the year. Mine is the Hermit, which fits. I'm a Hermit. Perfect. And lovers. Okay. So Jen's our pimp when it comes to stones and cards, right? Yes. Maybe we need that for the trolls. Oh, no kidding. Maybe I should bring them up. Yes, she is amazing. Sherry is amazing. Can you explain to me what the Hierophant is? Okay. So real quick, let me go, because mammograms are so fun, right, Sherry Bug? I know. But I have to say that when you, me as a worker doing that I have to do that every day, I know when you walk through the door that's what your energy is going to be. So it's my job. Part of my job is to make you feel more comfortable, to make you, because boy, you can tell. And some of them come in and they're like, I hate you and I don't want to be here. And this sucks. And everything about this sucks. And boy, when you're going to have a challenge. But part of my job is to make you feel more at ease. And by the time you leave, most people with my energy, most people are saying thank you to me. Not like, yay, I'm so excited. And I've said before, that's part of my spiel sometimes is, look, I know nobody's excited to be here. I don't have too many patients coming in, jumping up and down like they won the lottery because they get to have their boobs squished. But, you have to connect with them in a way that hopefully they'll get there. Okay. I'm going to meditate with Broderick Nicholas. Ooh, I like that name. Axel, Danilo, and Micah tonight after blessing them. Awesome. Thank you, Ange. I appreciate it. Nothing like making tits into a pancake to bring out the good feels, right? I know it. But, you know, if I can make them, that's part of it. I got to stop scrolling out, damn it. If I can make them laugh at least once, though, then I know, all right, we're okay. And then nobody's having fun here, but we'll get through it together and we'll be okay. Now, lovers. Let me start with lovers. I bet you are great at it. It's so necessary. My mom beat breast cancer, so it's always a fearful thing. Absolutely. And I have some patients that come back every year and ask for me every year that I found their breast cancer, you know, and although it's not I'm not the doctor, so I'm not reading it, but my images, you know, pointed out their breast cancer. And so I have patients that come back to me every year. So much love to your mom. Absolutely. Trolls deserve love. I agree. I love my trolls. You guys know, and not that I want to see everything they have to say, although I think it's funny sometimes. To me, I know that I'm a threat and I'm saying something that is threatening to their existence, apparently, if they have to take their valuable, precious time to come on to make an ass out of themselves. I'm not sure what their point is. I'm always like, I wish I could talk to you face to face because I really want to know, like, what is it what do you get from this that you want to come on here to do that? Because I think they're trying to annoy people because, I don't know, they have no life and that's what they want to do that. Hi, Wendy. But I'm always like, really, what is it about me that you decided you were going to try to get to me? That you're taking those precious moments of your life to what? Hurt people? Yeah, I know. Exactly. It kind of, to me, that's partly why I don't let them bother me that much, because I know that's what they want. And I'm like, you're not getting to me that much. Sorry. I don't mind. Okay. Lovers. So if your card of the year is lovers, need to decide either jump in or jump off. That's right. Anyone else imagine these trolls as trolls like from the myths, right? Like they're so hideous and they turn to stone in the sunlight. They have to sit on their computer. I always imagine South Park, because if you are a South Park person, then you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. But there was a couple troll episodes of South Park which were just so funny. And it was one of the dads, and he was like, hey, and he like, I always imagine South Park, and I kind of imagine Cartman, I think, too, because I'm always like, yep, you know, they're just like these little people whiling away in their mother's basement on the computer. Okay. If your card is lovers for the year, what is that telling you? So a couple things. We know that the lovers means that you could have some relationship things coming in. You could be strengthening your relationship. I think it's just sad to waste their gift of life. Yeah, I do too. Absolutely. But that's what I mean is that, and that I don't let them bother me, because I'm like, you took your time out of life to try to do that to me. It's just sad. You're just a sad human being. And I, you know, if anything, I kind of pity you that you don't have people to actually connect with. And that's my guess. There's a squirrel totem? You're kidding me. Ashley, don't you tell me that. Am I going to have to get on and get a squirrel totem now? How cool. What they want is a reaction. Exactly. Exactly. That is so cool. Okay. It's only 10:50. Oh, shit. I might have to go out and get it. I haven't, right? I know. We all need a squirrel totem. Okay. Lover's energy. So we know what? We know several things. We know that it is, could be about strengthening a relationship, about finding a relationship. It could also be about strengthening the relationship that you have with yourself At my college, students handled religious trolls preaching on campus by preaching Dr. Seuss right back at them. Oh, that's hilarious. Would you like to hear? Wait, I missed it. Would you like to hear our Lord Seuss today? That is awesome. Yay. All right, hold on. I have to open it. I'm going to squirrel out. Look at, oh my gosh, resourcefulness, playfulness. I like that much better than the way I always think of squirrel energy. Oh, he's so cool. Oh, and he's up for bid, which means if I bid $10.50 on it, how much is it? I mean, how many days is it? 3 days. Hold on. I'm going to add it to my watch list. And if nobody else bids on it, then maybe I'll get it at the end of 3 days. Okay. I did want to, hold on, because the other meaning to this, hang on. I want to pull out her, I think it was my Modern Tarot book, who I love, because I think it was her that talked about the other meaning for the lovers so well. Hold on. Oh, I'm totally wrong. It must have been Benabel. I have my own. Ashley made me do it now. I know, right? Ashley, it's your fault. It's your fault. Okay, yes, it was Benabel. Okay. All right, this is such a big book. It's hard to do this. Okay. If lovers is your card, keep in mind. Every traditional interpretation of the Lover's card is about a moral choice. Moral choice. About choosing the right path. Yet, if the seeker is asking about love, then the Lover's card can be a great omen. But the card represents partnerships with one other person. In readings about love, it could indicate passion. Lust may even be present. Overall, there's a strong feeling of paradise, at least in the beginning. It's in readings about work or career, the card indicates a partnership that the seeker is initially excited about, a sense that the match is made in heaven. However, so I wonder how long I was reading there that nobody saw. No idea. Did you guys get any of that? Work career. Thank you. So, it could be a partnership. Match made in heaven. Okay. It could be a partnership. Or it could be a love match. Or it could be there's a moral choice coming up in your life this year. And because it's a year card, if the Lovers is your card of the year, then there could be several moral decisions in your life this year. There could be paths that come up for you that are going to be, okay, this path is really pretty. It has roses growing over it and it's really nice, but it may not be the right path for you. And you have to really search your heart to feel. Was feeling invisible in here for a bit. What? Maddie, you know I'm a squirrel. I'm sorry. You know I love you. I cannot do more than a couple things at a time, though. That's why I'm Mama Squirrel. But I love you. 74 people. Yeah. Ooh, there is. There's a lot of people tonight. So bear with me, guys. I'm sorry. I certainly don't mean to ignore everyone. Love you too, Maddie. The moral choice could be the directions that your life is going in. It could be that you are going to, you have a singing bowl. Awesome. Good for you, Johnny. It could be the moral choice. No, it could be that you're going to strengthen your relationships. If you're already married, if you have someone already, it could be that this is the year to strengthen that relationship, to kind of focus on each other, to rebuild what you have already. And if you don't have a relationship, but you're looking for that in your life, this could be the year that you are finding it. It is definitely a year to pay attention to your relationships, both romantic and non-romantic. And to just be aware that that other meaning to the Lover's card is a moral choice, a moral decision. So in your life this year, if you have some big things coming up, make sure that you're keeping an eye out for what the moral choice is. That you know, oh my God, I just got a package from Jack. That reminds me, oh my God, is Jack still in here? I'm just going to listen for a bit, use Jen's voice to meditate. I gotcha. It's okay, Maddie. I totally understand. We all have those days where we just don't feel like people hear us. I have a package from Jack too, and I've had it for 2 days and I purposely have not opened it. Is Jack here still? Please tell me you're still here, Jack. Because I wanted to do, yay! Because I wanted to do this while you were here, Jack. And so, and then I didn't go on, and then I got sick. So I literally did not open this on purpose until you were here. I'm so glad you said that, Hexen. Oh, Jack. I love this. Love this card. Look it. Oh my God, that's the cutest thing ever. Oh, it's so cute. Oh, Jack. Gorgeous. Oh, that is perfect. Look at that. Jack, that is the sweetest thing ever. I adore you. And that is freaking beautiful. Love, love, love this. You are awesome, honey. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Absolutely. Look at it. It's definitely a pendulum. I could wear it too. But I think I'm going to use that as my new go-to pendulum. Now talk about the strength card. That's right. This is, so good. I love the strength card. Is the strength card your card this year, Jack? I know. Is that awesome or what? Are you shouting or is my sound perception way off? Jazz, I might be shouting. It's funny. How cute is that? A sloth bag. That is so awesome. Yours is Hermit. Okay. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. That is just so cute. You are the best, Jack. I love you. Thank you, sweetheart. Anyways, yes, I can wear it too, but I think I'm going to use this as my go-to pendulum. I got to go. I'll message you on Instagram. Thank you. Isn't that awesome? That is so sweet. Oh, I just love that. Look at, there's lava stones in there and amsonite. Is that rhodochrosite in there too? Gorgeous. Christmas sloths on clearance. Oh, yeah. That is incredible. Love it. Love it. Absolutely. Rhodonite. Yes, thank you. Did I say rhodochrosite? Squirrel. Yes, I have it on my nightstand and my card is framed on my shelf. I know it. That is absolutely gorgeous. I love that. Look at the Futhark rune on her belly. Isn't that cool? Can you see it? Hold on. Yes. I love that. Thank you so much, sweetheart. I'm setting it up. I want to hang it. Hold on. I don't want to have anything right here. I got to get rid of my Christmas tree so I can put stuff up. Actually, I know, right? I can hang it right on the side of that. You opened yours? Yay! What card did you get, Hexen? Yay! So sweet. Card of the year is determined by taking your birth date. So mine is September 26th. I can't see. September 26th. So you add 9 plus 26 plus 2019. From that, wait, you get 2054. And then you add them together. So 2 plus 5 plus 4 equals 11. So mine was justice. If you get to the end here and this number is 22 or under, then that's your card. 22 is actually the full card. And or under is, that's the number of the card. And if it's over, if it's 23, 24, over that, then you have to break it down one more time. So then you would add, you know, if it was 23, you'd add 5, or you'd come out to 5. You'd add 2 plus 3. Can't speak. And that will give you your card of the year. Okay. So does anybody else need their card of the year? It's been an hour and a half almost. So we're winding down here. Hierophant. We did Hierophant the last time, so I'm not going to go over it too much, but I will tell you that the Hierophant is a spiritual leader. So it is time for you this year to either become your own spiritual leader, figure out your spiritual path, work on the spiritual guidance that you need for yourself, or it is time for you to find a shaman, to find a priest, to find a spiritual leader for yourself to really help you with your spiritual growth this year. Brandy was asking for strength. If you could quickly recap. Yes, strength. Strength is inner strength. It is not the outer strength, but it is inner strength. So it is going to be a year that you can show off how much inner strength you have. Trust your instincts. Trust how you feel about the decisions that you make. So if you look at these, oh gosh, this incredibly gorgeous strength card, look at her face and look at the lion's face. Now here, this is a lion. We can't forget that this is a dangerous, wild animal. And she has the inner strength to tame this wild beast just from her inner being. And she's very calm and serene. It is very much about being that serene, calm, inner strength, rely on yourself kind of time. Okay. Yours is the sun. We went over the sun last time. So I'm going to ask you guys if we went over it the day before yesterday on New Year's Eve. The video that I did, I went over a lot of these anyways. Hold on. Emperor. I can't remember if we went over the Emperor or not. Can't remember. The Emperor, so I'll go over a little bit. The Emperor is, hold on, let me get it out. It's much easier to talk about it when it's out. I don't think we did the Emperor. There you go. And I put my glasses away, damn it. The Emperors, so this energy for the year is a little bit different than, so if you had the Empress, it's nurturing energy. The Emperor is fatherly energy, but it is not, it is more about logic, rules and regulations, What don't you like touching anymore? You're going to bury it straight away. Hopefully it's a crystal. It's about rules and regulations. It's about really having the energy and time to think about the right thing to do, to plan stuff out. It's going to be a year, which for me, that would be like, oh my gosh, I'm in hell, because I am a very emotional thinker. I am not a logic thinker. So the Emperor energy for me is very difficult. It's still loving. It's not, you know, I don't know how to say it. It's not like disciplinarian, but it is very structured. It is very rule-based. It is very logical. It is, so it's that kind of a year. Is really, your dad has the Emperor card and your mom has the Empress. That is weird. That is that kind of year for you. That is a year to really plan things out, have things structured, follow the rules of what you're doing. It is much more of, if you're an emotional person, that means it's a tough thing to do, because my birth card is the Emperor, because I'm not structured and controlling and stuff. Yes. So it is not an easy year for you. If you're an emotional person, an emotional thinker, that means in order to get through this year, you're going to have to really think about how to structure your life into some kind of rule-based structure. And you just bought I'm going to have to message Sherry and tell her she owes me a finder's fee. Not an easy life for me, because I'm an emotional Emperor. Me too, honey. Me too. Hi, Jay Cruz. Welcome, honey. I got it right last time. Got it right. Last time I heard a different way. I'm so lost, you guys. I'm sorry. The sun card. We did do at the very end. We did the sun card in the last one, but I will quickly go over it. Sun is bright, sunny, sunshine. Lots of things going your way. Because you have that kind of year coming, take that energy and do something with it. Make sure that it's kind of like, wow, look at your future's so bright. You ever heard that song? You're probably too young. But your future's so bright, you got to wear them shades. Everything looks really bright in front of you this year. So take that energy and do something with it. Whatever project you want to do, whatever. Yes, I did do the star. I will mention again, though. Whatever kind of thing is going on in your life, make sure you use that, because things kind of are going your way this year. Coming into yourself. Yes. Absolutely. A very emotional person. Ugh, I'm sorry then, because that is, did you do the devil? Yes, I did the devil. And I feel bad. I want to do, I want to do all the ones that you asked, because I know it's a pain in the ass trying to get through them. But it is hard to go back through and do all of them when I have so many people on. Hold on. Star is, when you wish upon a star. That really is, the star card is about reaching for your highest goals, reaching for the stuff that you're like, I'll never be able to do that. Really, absolutely. Reach out and grab life by the balls, because your goals are within reach. Everything that you want to acquire can be within reach. That star card talks about hope, talks about kids being handfuls. Oh, I remember those days. I have to say, once you get to this point in life where either your kids are old enough that they don't even want to talk to you half the time, or I like grabbing balls, or they are out of the house. Makes things so much easier. I feel like I don't have as much time as I would like, but I have a lot more time than I used to. Brad will come alive now because of the balls. Okay. Any other cards we did not go through? PG-13 now. Why can't I see? Why did I put my glasses away? It's terrible. All right. Ugh, because they're dirty. That's partly why. All right, guys. I'm going to try to Hermit. Okay. Hermit. Yes, we did go over it the last video, but I will again touch on it real quickly. Hermit card is, that's my all the time card. Hermit is about internal journeys. It's, I love the Hermit. A lot of people are like, ugh, because it's kind of about doing stuff for you. It's the year to look internally, to figure out what makes you tick, how you want to be, kind of pull away from the big social situations. Like if you're a person that has been out and about all the time, it's time to maybe pull back on that a little bit this year and really focus on how you are internally. What is it that, sorry, Witchy, I just saw this one. If I didn't see any of the other ones, I apologize. Really focus on yourself. It's time to follow your intuitions, to ask yourself who you are and who you want to be and where you're going with it. And to really go on an internal journey. As a matter of fact, if I had that as a card of the year, I would specifically plan like a me weekend to really look internally and say, what is it that I want from life? Where am I? Where am I going? And why am I going that way? Am I being fulfilled? Is there stuff that I need to do differently? It's really an internal journey. And it's a good thing to be able to take a whole year to look at how things are for you personally, not for everything else. But for you personally, what is fulfilling you? And if you're not being fulfilled, what is it that can fulfill you? I think what a cool card to have for a year journey. Actually, Hangman, which you already did, my bad. Okay, now where is Witchy Woman? What did you do with your other Scullies if you have to take the leader on a trip? The other Scullies are okay. Like once in a while, Gaius is in my weekly council, which means for a whole week, he's not with the other Scullies, and they're okay. They, they kind of get quiet. They don't talk to each other as much. So I find if I take Gaius for a week away, when he comes back in, it's like he has a lot to catch up on. So for a couple of weeks, I just kind of leave him alone because he's got all kinds of catching up on. He had a whole week where nobody was able to back and forth with him. No, you're not being fulfilled if you do all that. You really have to watch what you do in your life. Well, that's the question, isn't it? Have you gone over the 10 card? Yes, I did. That is the Wheel of Fortune. I say the Wheel of the Year. I have the Hermit. The only place I'm venturing to is bed. All right, Kay. Love you, sweetheart. Card 16. I don't think we went over 16. You have, who is that? Jennifer, you have the Tower card. All right. So most people, when you know tarot, most people are going to go, oh, you have the Tower card. Because the Tower card is seen as a tough card. There it is. I don't know why I couldn't find it. So if you look at this card, you're like, holy shit, this is my card for the year. And I hear that. And I'm not going to sugarcoat it, but It is a year of breaking things down, of things happening that you're not ready for, of things that come up that you're like, where the hell did this come from? You know, I wasn't expecting this, which means that you have to resign yourself to be fluid, to be interchangeable, to be flexible. Because a lot of things this year it'll be kind of an uphill climb kind of year. You know what I mean? Like sometimes things change at a moment's notice and you're just like, what the hell is going on? I did not expect this to change. Sometimes the structures that are available to you in your life all of a sudden aren't there. And that makes us feel like it's going down on yelling timber. Stop it, Catherine. It's not timber. It is though a time of changes that you weren't expecting. So when you go through that kind of a change, you have to, and especially the good thing is you're looking at it early and you're saying, okay, this is the kind of year I can expect. You can do one of two things with that. You can be as flexible as you can. So when things change, and if you haven't read any Eckhart Tolle, I'll tell you with a Tower card moment, I would read Eckhart Tolle. He has a couple books called The Power of Now. And exactly, not necessarily all bad, for sure. Yes, I am. The Power of Now. Yes, I am a witch for Wanderson. The Power of Now and Earth, A New Earth. Both are very good. And both talk about living in the moment, living in this present moment. And whatever happens, you accept that thing that happens as if you had chosen it. Not an easy thing to do, right? So when this thing comes at you and you're like, what the hell? I was not expecting that. You have the option of how you decide to deal with that, how you take that in. One option is you go, oh, what the hell? I did not expect that. What the hell? What am I supposed to do with this? I didn't expect this to happen. Oh God, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Everything's starting to fall apart. I can't. Or you can say, whew, wow, I didn't see that coming. Okay, and now I'm going to change my energy and say, all right, I'm gonna pretend that I chose this option to happen. I chose this because I need to learn a lesson from this in being more fluid, in being more flexible, in being more accepting of the shit that sometimes happens with life. That first reaction will be me. And that will be your choice, Brad. And that's okay. You have that choice. But I promise you, it's a lot easier to get through if you go, okay, I don't love this. Would it be okay for me to use a couple of tarot cards, High Priestess and Death, as designs for a pair of tattoos? Hell yeah. Absolutely. Are you kidding? For sure. Yes. Absolutely, yes. Most artists would be honored. For sure. I've never heard of an artist looking at a tattoo and saying, oh, you didn't ask me for permission to do that. Never. So you're fine. You should go right ahead and do that. So it is just a year where you have to make yourself a little more fluid, because change comes a lot. But when that's all over, when that change is all over, the good thing about the Tower is that you have this epiphany moment. You have this moment of going, oh, there's a reason that I had to go through that. There's something that I had to go through that in order to learn this thing. And now I see the world differently. So keep in mind that there's a reason for it, and you will be able to see it when it's all over. It's just sometimes in the midst of it, it's like, oh, what the hell? I saw a question. Jen, I can't feel crystal energy. Is there anything I can do to help? Yes. Ready? We're going to start with an energy ball. And those of you who have watched me for a little while, you know what I'm talking about. You're going to pretend that there is a ball of energy. And it depends on how you feel energy. I feel cold energy better in my hands. Some people feel warm energy. So it's either a nice warm soft ball or it's a colder, hard crystal ball. You're welcome. When you feel that resistance, you're going to put your hands together until you feel that ball in there. So sometimes some people need to close their eyes to do this at first. And if you don't feel it, do it slow enough that when you feel it, okay, now you feel it. If you don't feel it, keep going. And then rub your hands together again. What we're doing is training. We have chakras in our palms. I was trying to type out the process of the roots and Gaia and drawing energy. Okay. Yep, absolutely. That works too. So we're trying to open up our palms to get it used to feeling that energy, okay? So then you're going to keep doing it until you feel that ball of energy in between your hands. And then you're going to play with the ball of energy. You're going to push it from one hand to the other. And you're like, oh, you know what? I feel that. You feel it has weight, it has mass, it has volume. You can feel that energy going from one side to the other. You can make it bigger. You can, yep, absolutely. Like you're collecting that energy. That's great. Sometimes I have to stretch my arms out and bring them together. Like I'm collecting all the energy from the air. Perfect. Absolutely. And then you can make it bigger. You can make it smaller. You can make it bigger. You can make it smaller. Then when you feel that and you're like, oh yeah, I totally got it. I got that ball. You keep practicing until you get that ball. And then you can start playing with the ball till you can make the ball bigger. You can make the ball smaller. Do I believe in God? I believe in many. I believe God is energy. When you finally feel that, like you, I feel cold energy. I do too. Brad, that's very unusual. Most people feel warm energy. So you and I are the same amount of weird. When you finally feel that, put that crystal in the middle of it. Does it change at all? Because mine does. That trains I know, right? I don't know if they're trolling or not either. I don't care. I believe in energy that connects the universe in good love and good stuff. And if that's not okay with you, I don't care. And you will begin to feel, he has my sense of humor, I know, right? You will begin to feel, when I feel energy, it's vibrational, warm, I guess, but vibrates. And yep, absolutely. You will begin to feel that crystal. Then you get a different kind of crystal, like something darker maybe, and put that in there. A lot different. And so then you just keep practicing and put something different in the middle of that energy. It doesn't always have to be crystals. You can put a tarot card in your hand. This is the Tower card. Does that Tower card feel different energy than the Fool card, than anything else? And you are, and I am what? This is serious, but it's all right. Heidi, I don't mind if you laugh. I laugh too. I think the Gatorade may be better for you to drink than water. It replaces the electrolytes that you need to remain hydrated. This only the thing I drink during the summer. Hey, energy work. I'll bring you a taxidermy squirrel in a thong with riding a snake to terrace talk just to celebrate our strangeness. Woo! Yeah! Hell yeah. Are you kidding me? I love our squirrel tribe. I love it. I still have to hang this. I'm waiting to move my Yule tree, so I have room back there to hang it. Okay. All right, guys. It's been an hour and 50 minutes, guys. So I love you so much, but I was only going to come on for a minute, so I didn't step on Dave's toes. So I'm going to get going. If not everyone got their reading for their card, I will do it again when we come on. What's tomorrow? Thursday? I assume I will be on tomorrow, but if Dave wants to take it, I'm going to let him take it. We'll see. So I will let you know for sure. But I believe I will be on tomorrow. But either way, the next time I come on, if you've been on the phone for 3 hours, the next time we come on, we can go through the cards again. So you're welcome, Ange. I know. And I try to stay on as long as I can with you guys, but I know my husband goes to work at 10:30 and then I'm at work all day, so I don't see him very much and all that. So I like to have at least an hour or so with him before he leaves. I love you guys though, and thank you for coming, and blessings to all. And I will be on probably tomorrow again.